So this is my design based on the work of Joseph Mueller-Brockman, and um, it is a very limited color scheme, and I really liked working with the different size text and the different colors on a gray background. And I did base it strongly on a grid and just making sure that everything was lined up and certain things were touching. And in some cases, there's a little bit of overlap based on which letter is where. But I did take small things from a lot of his different works and mostly just played around with it on a grid. So this work, I liked the size of the text and the limited color scheme. He seemed to work a lot with maybe like one bold color, and I just really enjoyed this one because it cuts out right on the focal point here, and even though mine didn't have a picture, it still adds this balance between the white space and the content that's kind of making you look around the page. So another one I liked is this one. Um, a lot because of how everything lined up on a grid, and he had the 4 columns here that really worked out well in adding just little pieces of information. And then, of course, I really liked the size that he used at the bottom, and it really complemented the other sizes he used throughout the piece. And then this one, again, because of the size, I chose this one to kind of show as an inspiration piece. I have trouble breaking up text, so I didn't want to break it up in words in this kind of way, but I did enjoy that freedom that it gave him to use scale with this piece. And then another piece that I liked was this one. Again, the grid is really strong with how certain parts of it line up, and even how, like, here you can see that this is kind of in its own section. It still lines up with these columns, but not necessarily with the stuff going across it. So seeing what his underlying grid for this one would have been is really interesting, as well as the different line widths that are in each of these empty spaces here. It kind of gets smaller as the page goes, which adds a little more to it. And along with this one, I liked this sideways text, and that's one of the things that really caught my eye, and I really wanted to play with in this one, especially to add emphasis to the guarantee part, just because it is the longer word, and I wanted it to have a lot of power in it. So that's my project.